Hej allihopa, jag heter Katja och jag är från Tyskland och jag talar svenska. Hej då!
Hey allihopa, kul att se er! Hi everyone and welcome back to another video from Say It in Swedish. I'm your host JOAKIM and I make videos about Sweden, the Swedish language and Swedish and Nordic culture. And today we're gonna talk about how to refer to your significant other. But before we start, I just wanted to remind you to stop by sayitinswedish.com for more free content for learning Swedish. And if you want to support me in this huge project, you can become a Patreon member. All the links are in the description down below, of course. So, relationships, right? How to label them in Swedish. I know that many of you are learning Swedish for someone else. Basically, you are romantically involved with a Swede and you want to learn their native language. So I thought this video could come in handy because we have a few words in Swedish that aren't really translatable into English that easily, so this could be interesting. But let's start with the most basic word, which is partner. And that basically just means partner. And you can use that if you have a business partner, but you can also use that to mean your spouse or your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, your partner. I think the usage is a little bit more frequent when it comes to same-sex relationships, but it could be used for whatever romantic relationship. So there isn't much to say there. When you want to talk about a girlfriend, you say flickvän in Swedish. And if it's about your boyfriend, you say pojkvän. So literally, like in English, girl, flicka, boy, pojke. Flickvän and pojkvän. What's handy in Swedish is that we can distinguish between a female friend and a girlfriend and vice versa, right? So we have the words killkompis and tjejkompis. So killkompis is male friend and tjejkompis is female friend, which I think is very handy because a lot of languages, they don't have this distinction. So if you want to say that you have a female, it feels a bit weird to say it even in English. To me, at least, it feels a bit like you are, I don't know, going through hoops to express this. You have to say like male friend and female friend. We have just one word for each: killkompis and tjejkompis, which I think is very handy. But those are platonic. Those are your friends. Those you're friends with. When you are in a romantic relationship, you refer to your boyfriend and girlfriend as flickvän and pojkvän. Vän and kompis are both means friend. Kompis is a little bit more colloquial and vän is more standard, basically. Kompis is very normal to say in spoken Swedish, at least when you talk, if you refer to a friend. You say kompis very often. So might be a bit confusing because when you look at the words, they basically both mean girlfriend and boyfriend. But we have those two words meaning one is romantic and one is not romantic, right? All right. Now, if your relationship is a bit more serious, maybe you've been together for a couple of years, you're a bit older, you feel that girlfriend and boyfriend, it feels a bit childish to refer to one another as that. These people exist, so sure, maybe you feel that this is a bit too insecure or loose for you or childish. Then we have a couple of words that you can use if you want. If you're living together, we could say sambo, which literally means that you are living together. Sam, in this context, means together, and bo means inhabitant, basically. You are living together. And we also have särbo, which means that you are living apart. So sär means apart here. So sambo, living together, and särbo, living apart. And this is, I feel that this living apart thing is especially common with older people that have found new partners and they have their lives and they just like to hang out and they have a romantic relationship, but they don't feel that they want to give up their space or their living space or whatever. That's a normal arrangement. And yeah, as I said, some people prefer to say sambo, some people prefer to just, even like when you aren't married, refer to each other as girlfriend and boyfriend. It's fine to choose whatever. I've been living with my sambo for 10 years. I still call her my girlfriend because I mean, I guess I'm not keeping up because I'm 30 now. My friends use sambo, but for me it feels like adult talk, like grown-ups. They talk about sambos. I don't know, that's how I am, right? So I still say girlfriend because we aren't married, but technically we have been sambos for 10 years. So there you can see, you don't have to use one or another. You can choose whatever word you want here. But these are very convenient words, sambo and särbo. There are a few other words that aren't that. Actually, I researched this a little bit and I have never heard these words before. These are words I learned today. So I'm not gonna teach you those right now. But there are other words for other arrangements. But these are the most common ones. Now, if you take the step towards marriage, when you are married, you can refer to another as man and hustru, or man and fru, or make and maka. A lot of words here, so let's break it down. The most common one is to say min man or min fru for my husband and my wife. And we also have hustru here, but it's not as common to just like when you talk with your friends to refer to someone as your hustru. I think this is a little bit of a generation shift here. Some older generations might prefer hustru here. It's also perfectly fine to say hustru, but I think it's more natural to say fru when you're talking to someone, right? And make and maka. Personally, I also feel that these are a bit dated when you are just conversating with someone, conversing, whatever it's called. When you're talking to someone, I would stick with man and fru. But obviously, man also means man generally, so some people might use that even though they aren't married. Sometimes I refer to my girlfriend as my wife, basically min fru, because it's easier. We don't need to like go into any details. I'm just like, if I just need something said, if I need to convey that we are together, then I use that. So it's a bit loose, but generally people will assume that you are married if you use man and fru, man and hustru, and make and maka. But personally, I would say if you are using this in speech, talking with people, you would use man and fru most of the times. But the other ones are as important to know. Alright, that's it. But before we end this, I just wanted to give you a bit of bonus content, bonus information. So let's start with dating. When you're saying that you're dating in English, most Swedes would think that you have been to 1 or 2 dates, that you aren't an item, you're not together. But if you say you're dating, actually you mean that you are together, right? You're dating, we are dating. But the Swede won't see it as that. So heads up on that. If you are, for instance, if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever that's a Swede, and you're talking to someone and saying that you're dating, maybe this Swede will get a little bit annoyed or confused or whatever. Maybe yeah, maybe it gets angry. Like, we're not dating, we are together. So heads up on that. Or maybe, I don't know. Yeah, you get the deal. Use it wisely. And when you are in love, maybe you refer to each other as älskling. Love, basically. You say älskling to your partner. But I know that, yeah, basically mostly people that are really newly in love, they can be a bit cute and refer to or annoying sometimes, and refer to their newly found partner as their älskling. Yeah, min älskling, but when they are talking to other people. So they don't say, my girlfriend did this and that, my love did this and that, my boyfriend didn't do this, my love didn't. You see where I'm going with this. So this can be annoying, and I feel that this is something that mostly people that have like been in love for 2 days, they are saying, right? You can use it however you want, but it's interesting, maybe important for you to know. I don't know. There, I said it, there is the bonus content that I wanted to give you. So this was everything that I had to offer today. Hopefully you learned something, and if you want to learn more, go to sayinswedish.com. I have tons of content over there for learning Swedish, and if you want to support me, you can do that on Patreon. It would help me out a bunch, and if you want to speak to me, you can do that on our Discord server or on Facebook, the Facebook group, or on Reddit. All the links are in the description down below, as I said. Vi ses i nästa video. Puss och kram, ha det bra, hej! And of course I wanna say a special huge tack så mycket to my patrons, especially Kelly Primo, Chris Whitmire and Lane Bartlett. Thank you so much. And if you want to become a patron, there is of course a link in the description. And if you wanna watch another video, why not click on this one?